Welcome, decoders, to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry, guys, I do not have good Wi-Fi recently here in Turkey and still am not able to really do a live stream and struggling a bit trying to figure out a way to get back to Germany. Germany, once I get back to Germany, hopefully I will have Wi-Fi. And if you guys want to support the channel, please hit the like button if you're getting in here. And I'll leave a link for supporting the channel also in the beginning of in the comments below. Okay. But today we're going to get into, just a so obvious connection, guys. I saw this yesterday and I just couldn't believe it. And we're going to talk about something that happened yesterday in connection to weather control. Okay. And also in regards to, enlil, right? The god of storm, the god of wind. All right. So we're going to talk a lot about this and hopefully going to get through this kind of fast. Not going to be a long video, but I really want to show you guys just the symbolism that I saw yesterday. All right. So let's jump into it. So yesterday was the NFL draft. Okay. And I want you guys to understand that the word draft is also a word for wind. When they say you have a draft, you have a wind, right? And so the WWE draft was yesterday, and I want to touch base on this guy who was drafted number 52 overall to the Indianapolis Colts, okay? And I just saw his name, and I was like, are you kidding me? Because I already knew that number 52 is associated with Enlil, the Sumerian god or Lord Wind. You guys can see it right here. Enlil means Lord Wind. Also could mean, basically, he's the ancient storm god, right? And I see this guy get drafted number 52 overall, and I'm like, okay, 52, interesting. And then I look him up, and I see that his middle name is Enlil. I'm pretty sure this is the first person ever drafted in any league I've ever seen with the name Enlil. His middle name is literally Enlil. And to make matters even more interesting, his first name is Adonai. And the name in the Bible, the word Adonai, notice that it has the word Don in it, like Donald Trump. Like that means Donald means world ruler. And Donald Trump, who's all about the storm. He's in a case right now with Stormy Daniels. So this guy's first name is Adonai, AI. That's another interesting thing to think about in this decode. Adon AI. But anyway, Adonai with the Don, and Donald Trump is currently in a Stormy Daniels case. And now, in the midst of this, a guy gets drafted number 52 overall to the Indianapolis Colts, and his name is Adonai Enlil. Okay, so his name literally means Lord, which is Adonai, Enlil. And of course, the word Enlil even means Lord Wind. So you guys get this? His name is Lord of the Wind, essentially. Okay? And just notice that his last name even has a connection, because if you type in the name Mitchell, his last name is Mitchell, which is connected to Michael, the archangel. His last name is Mitchell, which equals the storm in 2 out of the 4 base ciphers. Okay? As Donald Trump said, calm before the storm, right? And just look at this. He's drafted 52. His middle name is Enlil, the god of storm. And Enlil equals 52. Okay? And notice that the same day that this is happening, guys, powerful tornadoes tear across Nebraska and Iowa. Literally at the same time this is happening, or around the same time, that this guy, Lord of Storm, is being drafted in the NFL, Enlil equals 52. They say, CNN posts, powerful tornadoes tear across Nebraska and Iowa as Weather Service warns of catastrophic damage. Notice that the word catastrophic equals 52, like Enlil. So the same day that this guy, Enlil, is being drafted number 52, you have catastrophic tornadoes, which equals 52, and his middle name is Enlil, okay, which is the god and the lord of wind, and tornadoes are wind, okay? How much more obvious does this get? Now, if this isn't these people doing it to us, it's definitely the controllers of the world, right? Or some would say the demiurge, whatever you want to call it, Satan, who's Lord of the air, right? So it's just interesting, guys. And just wait till I show you the rest of this. So I told you guys that this guy was drafted the same day as the tornadoes were breaking out. And I messed this up, guys. Well, actually, no, I didn't. Adonai Enlil Mitchell, the guy drafted 52 overall to the Colts, was drafted 201 days after his birthday, guys. So this guy, Adonai Enlil Mitchell, was drafted 52 overall, 201 days after his birthday by the Indianapolis Colts, guys. Indianapolis equals 201. He's drafted 201 days after his birthday, and weather control equals 201. And if you take his first two names, which literally means Adonai Enlil or Lord Enlil, it equals 201 in the same cipher as weather control, as Indianapolis, as the Jesuit order, guys. The Jesuit order equals 201, like weather control, like Adonai Enlil. And this guy's drafted 201 days after his birthday by Indianapolis, which equals 201. I mean, come on. And if to make, just so you guys can see this is even more tied to the Society of Jesus, not only was this guy drafted yesterday, 201 days after his birthday, and the Jesuit order equals 201, like weather control. Well, this tornadoes and this guy being drafted yesterday was 201 days before the Superior General of the Society of Jesus' birthday, Arturo Sosa, born November 12th. So yesterday was 201 days before his birthday. Okay, so 201 days after Adonai Enlil's birthday, which equals 201. The Jesuit order, 201 days before the Jesuit Superior General's birthday. And weather control equals 201. Okay? Pretty obvious. Another connection here is I want to give a big shout out to Gematria Effect News, Zach Hubbard. He made a post about this on his site, but I'm going to be adding to this. He mentioned that yesterday was 152 days before the anniversary of JFK's weather control speech in 1961. Here's a little screenshot. President John F. Kennedy to address UN General, we shall purpose further cooperative efforts between all nations in weather prediction and eventually in weather control. Okay? 201, just showed you all the 201s. Weather control 201. The guy who was drafted yesterday, 201. The Jesuit order 201. Indianapolis, who drafted the guy yesterday, 201. And JFK says in 1961, he says, we shall have weather control. And this draft yesterday, and this storm yesterday, was 152 days before the anniversary of JFK's speech, which was September 25th, 1961. So it was 152 days before, and weather warfare equals 152. Now, in connection to the player that was drafted yesterday, if you look it up, one of the places where some of these Bibles use the name Adonai, this is the complete Jewish Bible, and it says Genesis 1:5-2, like weather control. Genesis 1:5-2, it uses the word Abram replied, Adonai God. You see how it uses the word Adonai right there? Remember, this guy was drafted yesterday 152 days before the anniversary of JFK's weather control, and weather warfare equals 152. And this guy's name was Adonai, okay, his first name. And in the Bible, the word Adonai comes up in Genesis 1:5-2, which is like the number 152, okay? So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if that's 100%, dead on, but I thought that was very interesting that it comes up in the Bible on that verse, and it connects to weather warfare and yesterday, okay? Now, I have to bring up this movie, which I found after the fact, okay? This movie, the trailer literally says, the technology that controls the weather controls the world. This is literally two screenshots from this movie called Geostorm that came out October 20th, 2017. And the trailers literally says, the technology that controls the weather controls the world. Okay? And it says in the thing here, it says, some things were never meant to be controlled. And just, you guys got to watch the trailers for this. I can't play the video here, obviously, but you guys got to go watch the trailers for this. They even made a trailer. If you go on Facebook, just type in this movie, or just type in JFK's weather control speech, and a link to this movie comes up. And one of the trailers I even saw uses the JFK speech in the trailer for this movie. Okay. I just covered the JFK speech right here. Okay. So go look for those trailers and watch those, guys. I mean, it's so obvious. Okay. Now, remember, this movie came out in 2017, October 20th. Donald Trump, remember, yesterday I said the guy that was drafted Adonai, like Adon, like Donald, right? Donald Trump gave the calm before the storm statement on October 5th, 2017. This was exactly 2 weeks and 2 days before Geostorm was released on October 20th. Okay, so 2 weeks and 2 days from Trump's storm statement to this Geostorm movie. And 2 is storm in Gematria, guys. 2 weeks, 2 days is storm, 22. Okay. Also, I want to point out that the movie was released on October 20th, which can be written 20/10. And that's kind of another 201, guys. 201, which is weather control. Okay, so what a coincidence. This movie comes out on 201/1, which is weather control, and it's all about weather control, the movie. Okay. And again, what's the chances it comes the same year that Trump mentions the calm before the storm, and only 2 weeks and 2 days after, when the word storm equals 22? Okay. And what I found interesting here is to bring in Kamala Harris for a second. I found it very interesting that this movie was released on Kamala Harris's 53rd birthday, which means she had just turned from being 52. And remember, I talked a lot about how enlil equals 52 and how that was a big number connected to enlil, the god of storm, right? The wind. And Kamala turned 53 on the day the Geostorm movie was released. And Geostorm just happens to equal Kamala Harris, guys, 112. And what's interesting about this 112, guys, the Jesuits, which I already talked about in the 201s before, the Jesuits are supposedly operating in 112 nations. So this movie Geostorm comes out on 20/1, like the Jesuit order equals 201. The movie equals 112, like Kamala Harris. It came out on Kamala Harris's 53rd birthday. Jesuit order equals 53 in Gematria. So it came out on her 53rd birthday, Jesuit order 53. Geostorm equals Kamala Harris, and the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. Okay. And notice that in the movie, one of the main characters is Ed Harris. Again, another interesting connection to Kamala Harris. But also look at this, guys. Look at the phrase weather warfare and Kamala Devi Harris. It's a 2-cipher match in Gematria. What are the chances of that? I just talked about the 152 a few slides back with weather warfare, and yesterday was 152 days before the JFK weather speech anniversary. And now you have weather warfare movie coming out on Kamala's birthday, and Kamala Harris just happens to equal weather warfare, and she equals the movie. Okay, her first and last name equals Geostorm, and her full name equals weather warfare. So don't think that's a coincidence, guys. And she's the current president right now to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden also equals 152. So I also found this interesting, and I don't know if this is the biggest connection in the world, but let's go over it. From the day this movie released to yesterday's stormy weather in tornadoes in the heartland of the United States, and the drafting of this weather guy, Adonai Enlil Mitchell, if you measure from the movie to yesterday, it's 2,381 days. Well, that just happens to be the 353rd prime number, and 353 is also a prime number. It's the 71st prime number. So you break it down, the amount of days is 2,381. That breaks down to 353 prime, and 353 breaks down to 71. Well, that goes right again back to the Society of Jesus, which equals 71, kind of like stormy weather, severe weather, weather warfare, Catholic, all equals 71. Remember, came out on Kamala Devi Harris's birthday. Kamala Devi Harris equals 71. And again, I just thought that was very interesting, guys, that it from the day this movie came out to yesterday, broke down to the 71st prime number. 353 breaks down to 71. And 71 is the Society of Jesus. It's the gematria of stormy weather, severe weather, Catholic, which the Society of Jesus is the part of the Catholic Church. And weather warfare also just happens to equal 71. Okay. So I just wanted to go over this, guys. And considering right now that Donald Trump is going through the Stormy Daniels thing and the storm, and even WWE has been predicting with this woman coming to the WWE now, her nickname is the Storm. And of course, the X-Men, we're in the year of the X eclipse. The X-Men character is Storm. And yeah, there's just a lot to think about with this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you guys want to support the channel, please hit the like button and go to the links to my donation link below. I could really use the help right now, trying to get back to Germany, trying to have good Wi-Fi so I can return to doing live streams. But if you guys feel like you want to support the channel, please do that. I'll leave the links in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.